It's the
Oh my
CBD.
god. It is a CBD. I mean, just started sipping
It's
on it.
it's because the potency.
It's yes, it is. It is. I am totally high right now. Oh, it's not the first time I've done that. It's either I forget to push live, or I forget to unmute myself
It
on
happens.
Blog Talk. I'm gonna blame the CBD on this though. It's
Hey,
gonna, it's
we'll
it's the
run with
CBD's
it.
fault. Yeah, it's never my fault. You either blame the ghost or the CBD. That's my motto.
One or the other.
It's your girl, Rachel, coming on here
What's
to
up,
talk ghosts
Rachel?
and shit. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, I love Rachel. Love both Rachel and Kevin.
Mike Sean is in the house. What is up, Mike?
Yeah, that is I'm not gonna disclose his information, but working with
Hey,
stuff with him. So
hey, you know what? He's on here. That's all I care about. I mean,
oh,
so
so
you got some
how's it been?
man. It's been going pretty good. I got an invite to do a live broadcast of the show. I'm dropping pins and shit on at the haunted horror fest thing coming up in October.
Okay.
We think it's called Nightmare Fest.
Yeah.
So looking forward to doing that. And other than that, I had COVID last week, so that was the
Oh,
worst week
that's
of hell.
lovely.
God, I didn't even know I had it, but Angie noticed something with RJ.
Hmm.
This was Labor Day, so I was about to go to work, and she tested RJ, and then she tested me just in case. And I got the shower, and not I was coming out, and she came in. It's like, oh, you're positive. So it was like as soon as I found out I had it, it was like my system just shut down. Everything just started feeling like crap, and I was like, is this
Yeah.
like mental stuff? Is my because I was like, am I thinking I have these symptoms because they said it was positive, but for like I guess until like maybe Friday, I was completely no, even Saturday, I was just completely unmotivated to do anything.
Yeah.
And I was kind of happy that Angie had it too, because when if this just could be me and RJ, this house would have been wrecked. So because I just wouldn't have wanted to deal with him. And he had the COVID where it's like nothing happened to him, and he's running around like it's like he's on like 5 bowls of Frosted Flakes and 6 pixie sticks,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
screaming, throwing shit. I mean, oh my god.
when I had it for 2 weeks and I just felt like I was hit by a train. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was coughing so bad that I couldn't breathe. So I was like puking and like couldn't breathe from that. So it was just like a number of stuff. And then my fiance gets it like a week after me, and she's just like, "Yeah, you want to do some house chores? Let's clean up the house a
The
little
big baby.
bit." I'm just sitting here.
Yeah,
I'm like, Jesus Christ, how are you functioning? Like I was dead to the world for two
it's
weeks.
like she got like COVID light.
Yeah,
I wasn't coughing like as bad like as like that, but it was just complete unmotivation. Like nothing sounded good. Like watching TV didn't sound good,
oh, you just wanted to
or
sleep.
eating didn't sound good. And when I tried to sleep, my body was aching so much I couldn't move. So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
But I
I
survived
mean,
it.
give me a second. My cat went out of the room.
Mm, it's fine. That sucks, Mike. I think I've had like 3 times. One unofficial because I never really tested for it, but I know how it felt.
Yeah, I've had it
Um,
once officially.
Mike Sean
Ooh.
says I ate some oranges. Oranges they tasted like oil. That's a first. Never heard. I never heard that before.
You looked at that comment for a second. You're like, I don't know how that would
Crude oil. Oh,
Ugh.
I mean, we're going through an oil shortage here. Maybe we can grind up some oranges and throw them in a gas
Hey,
tank.
never know.
Hey, we are thinking like eco-friendly.
We're
We're
like
going green
Doc
here on
Brown
Freaking
from
Awesome
Back to the
Paranormal.
Future 2.
Yes, be composting oranges and shit. Oh, good. His taste is back. I would hate to lose my taste. That's one thing I was really scared of
Yeah.
with COVID is losing my taste. And like, what if I'm one of those people where it doesn't come back, and I've
Yeah.
lived my life like not tasting anything?
I
And
think
that
my
would suck.
mom, hers was going for like 7 months, something like that.
Because once you go past like a month, you just assume it's never gonna come back.
Oh man, I would
You
I would
know?
probably go insane. I would probably be in like a loony bin.
I mean, I'd probably lose a lot of weight because I wouldn't want to eat anything.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know. So welcome to the Freaking Awesome COVID show with your hosts
Yeah.
Ryan and Austin. We're taking calls about COVID if you want to call in. I never heard of it making oranges taste weird, but I guess it's just all part of it. Maybe it's just the acid made it was weird tasting
Yeah,
or something. I
yeah,
don't know.
probably.
Rachel says, "Knock on wood, neither me or Kevin have ever gotten it. We actually have a whole house full of people the weekend, and every single one of them caught it. I feel so bad for all of them. Okay, what what kind of superhuman like
No,
genes
I'll
do
tell
they
you this
have?
much. She eats some spicy ass peppers, okay? That's
My
probably
friend
what
is.
keeps it away. AG had like maybe that much, and he went straight to the bathroom right afterwards. Like it went.
Yeah, I can't do spicy things. I'd rather just have COVID and try to eat spicy food.
Yeah, I
I'll take
mean,
that back. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. No, I shouldn't say that. But
after coming off of COVID, you're like,
yeah, after last week. But I mean, yeah, I watched those shows like Man versus Food. He eat
yeah,
those like really spicy things, and like I could do that. And then I eat like a hot, like spicy like sauce from Taco Bell. I'm like, oh my god, oh so.
yeah. My friends and I, we did the one chip a few weeks ago, and
Oh my
that
god, I want to
was
try that.
terrible.
I did the toe of Satan with Angie, and we just did like a little piece of it. And there's a video on YouTube somewhere of us basically crying because I'm here downing like I'm at this gallon of milk. I'm like chugging it like Stone Cold
Yeah,
Steve Austin.
yeah.
I mean, I'm like pretty much a baby when it comes to spicy foods.
I used to love spicy foods. I can't do it anymore.
I mean, I don't want food that's going to make me hurt 5 hours after I eat it.
Yeah, see, mine now is like in the middle of the night, I'll have acid reflux, and that just can't go back to sleep. Just sitting there, and it's like
Yeah,
a
that would
domino
suck.
effect.
Well, that's when I start. If I try drinking a beer, and I have to use a bathroom, and you break the proverbial
Break the
seal,
seal.
and
Yep.
and it doesn't matter if I am super tired. If my bladder isn't done, I'm up all night until the very last drop. Good to the last drop, because
Yep.
if not, I'll just be getting out of bed every like hour. So I'm like, what's the point? I don't need to do it. Every so often I'll grab a beer just because I like the taste of it, but it's just not as much fun as it used to be. Getting old sucks. Now I'm drinking CBD tea.
CBDT.
It's
Talking ghosts and stuff. Ghosts and
Talking
COVID.
Ghosts and stuff. I had to change the Talking Ghosts and stuff or the shit to stuff because I don't want to
Yeah. Facebook Joe.
I would be advertising on Facebook and YouTube. And Kevin swears everyone has two sets of taste buds, the other one's in your mouth, other one's in your butthole. Yeah, that's true. The butthole is what I'm worried about. Man, I could so how was the one chip challenge?
uh so we all look at this because I only bought one of them because those things are like $12 a chip.
I mean, one chip.
Yeah.
It's got to be,
So
Gotta
So
make it worth it. Potent
I'm
shit.
holding this chip up, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think one of us are eating it because Jacob, not Wheeler, but Jacob Hunter, one of our former members, he was supposed to eat the world's hottest gummy bear later in the night, and it's like 9 million Scoville unit.
Hmm.
So we all look at this chip and we're like, all right, so if we all break a piece off, we all have to eat it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be that bad. It's just a little piece of the chip. I mean, how bad can it be? Really?
So it wasn't that it was spicy. Yeah, it was a little hot, but it wasn't as bad as like I anticipated it to be. But it tastes like shit. Like it literally tastes like feces, and I almost puked because of the taste.
So
So
just the taste of it did
yeah,
it.
just the taste. Yeah, just the
I've heard
taste.
that once you get to a certain point, like with spicy things, it's not about flavor anymore. It's just about heat. That's
Yep.
what all it is. Once you get to like ghost peppers and shit like that, or Carolina Reaper, it is about just how hot it is. The taste doesn't even matter because
Yeah.
you're not worried about the taste because by then your mouth is on fire. You don't care what it tastes
You're
like.
numb. You're
Yeah,
basically numb. Yeah, Mike. I actually still have it in my cabinet. The Nitro Gummy Bear to the One Chip Challenge. It's
yeah.
not that
I've
bad,
been
guys.
I've been trying to get Angie to do one of those with me. Did you record it?
Yeah, so we have it on a live stream that we did. It's actually in because we did a 24-hour like full live stream. We were
Mhm.
just playing games and stuff like that. And my friend Jacob and my friend Brian, we were celebrating both of their birthdays. So they were in a challenge, like they were dueling and stuff like that on the game. And I ended up getting, the Bean Boozled, the nasty jelly
Mhm.
beans.
Oh yeah, oh
Well,
yeah.
they came out with a spicy version that has jalapeno, sriracha, paprika, uh, habanero, and Carolina Reaper. So I got those, and I mean they were just going at it the whole night, like 24 hours of them just eating these spicy jelly beans, and then finally it came like full circle with all of us eating the one chip.
I want I want to do like the spicy gummy bear, do something like that. I've also wanted to try the spicy jelly beans. Were they really
Yeah.
hot?
Uh, yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it really sucked because it was like, you ever eat hot tamales or
Yeah,
like
well,
Mike
yeah,
and
not that
Ike's?
spicy. Yeah,
So you
yeah.
know how they get stuck in your teeth?
Oh yeah,
Imagine that with like Carolina Reaper, like spicy level, just sitting there in your teeth, and like, you pick it out with your tongue or something, and out of nowhere, just randomly, not expecting it, full
you get
tears,
caught. Yeah.
everything.
So
So
basically, bring floss when you fear if you do the challenge.
yeah, if you do the jelly beans, I would bring floss. The gummy bear probably as well. I don't know how like chewy it is, but I mean it's literally a gummy bear like that big in a whole case in a whole box. So
It's got to pack so much of a punch.
for it to be cased like twice.
God, it's like trying to get into Fort Knox.
Yeah, yeah.
Rachel says I've done the one chip challenge. It's not that bad, guys. Come on, it's so weird how some people can eat spicy foods and it not affect them at all, and other
Yeah.
people like me who eat a dollop of like a super spicy salsa, and then I'll start wanting to cry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like the one chip, it just got removed from all shelves because some teenager did the challenge and he died from doing it.
I wonder if he was allergic to something in the chip.
I mean, probably. It also says like on the back of the chip, don't do if not like 18 years or older or something like that. So
That's sad. It's
yeah,
But I mean, you know, people do things, and like the one chip challenge, and it sucks. It's really sad that he passed away, but I don't know if they should take it off the shelves for like everybody else.
Yeah,
It's like if someone dies on a bicycle accident, they're not going to take all bikes off the shelf.
yeah. I think they're doing something, or Pocky is like doing something to where they are going to try to change the formula. That way it's not like such a direct heat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they're looking into it. I don't know. They said that they're going to come out with a statement later on.
Well, I mean, hopefully he'll bring it back. Just don't know if I'll ever do it, but
I
if
don't
I
know.
do,
They
I'm gonna
might.
tape it because
Yeah. They might end
if
up
I
in those like Walmart sealed cases where you have to get somebody to unlock it or something.
oh yeah, and you've got to have like a hatchet to get into once you get it home.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Comes with a lock and key and shit. Mike Sean's son dared him to do it. And he said, "I'll never do that again." So I guess he's done it. So I guess he
Yeah.
did. I guess he did the nitro gummy bear. I guess if you do it once, you really don't have to do it again.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I feel like you got a
that's a
street
one
cred.
time thing.
Yeah.
That's a, that's a one time thing. Once I do it, I did tell Satan, even this little crumb of that, I still did it. So that counts. I can't imagine like the challenge is to keep it in your mouth for like a minute, and there's no way. I think my tongue would literally dissolve if I tried putting that thing in my mouth for a minute.
So there was a point where I was live streaming and I had this Carolina Reaper sauce that I bought from Big Lots of all places. It cost me like $3. Didn't have a brand name, nothing
Mm-hmm.
like that. And one of my
How
viewers,
bad
they
can
were
it
like,
be?
"Yeah, exactly, exactly." They were like, "All right, I'll donate like $20 to you if you take a shot of the Carolina Reaper sauce." Well,
Is it worth
they
the $20?
I mean, $20 is $20, but I mean, I don't know. That like left chemical burns in my throat.
I remember the first time I did a shot of Everclear.
Oh God.
I don't know. I didn't know what it was. I didn't. I was like, I just thought it was regular alcohol, just on the strong side. I literally thought I was going to die. It burned so bad. I was like, did I just drink? Because I know I heard people using it to start cars and shit.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
gasoline.
I really thought I was going to die. Hey Jade. I was like, oh my god, because it burns so bad. It's like I thought my insides were gonna melt.
I think that's how it was with brandy, because like I mean, you know, you're young, you just drink like BS beer and stuff like that. Jungle juice is one of my favorite drinks, or purple passion with Everclear.
God, purple passion. I mean, yeah, Everclear is good when you mix it with stuff.
But you drink it straight up.
You drink it straight up. You're just
You probably didn't know your name
insane in
afterwards
your
either.
membrane. Do what?
I said you probably didn't know your name afterwards either.
No, no, yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I'd done like a shot of Bacardi 151,
Yeah.
which is like obviously 151 proof. I think I don't know what proof Everclear is, like 200 or whatever. I don't know what it
Probably
is.
like up there.
It's like it's literally like one step below gasoline
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
comes to like alcohol and
Potency.
stuff. Yeah. Man, it's making me want to drink something. It makes me want to go back in time, get a time machine, and not now because I would be just useless tomorrow if I tried doing that. Mm. So I mean, we're talking spirits tonight on the Freaking Awesome Paranormal Show. Hot stuff and spurts. Oh
So
man, so I'm gonna take some of my CBDT here.
hey. So I found out I have a new fear.
A new fear.
Yeah, I did not know I had it until I came face to face with it, and it will be bats.
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 We had
Terrified.
where was your bat encounter?
Uh, Ohio. I don't remember what city. I know we were outside of Madison.
Was it like during investigation?
Did not know there
That's
were
always
bats.
that's
We
always
left all of
fun.
our equipment in the attic because we're like, oh, we'll be back. We're gonna go take a 15-minute break. AG and Wheeler went outside, hit the vape. I'm sitting here just like taking a sip of my drink and everything. We walk out of like home base and we're like, all right, we're gonna go like each one of us go to a floor and just like kind of film our like encounter walking through. That way we had some B roll to work with. And I walk out and I see something fly like right in front of me. And I stop. And I was like, I don't know if that's a ghost. I don't think that's a spirit. And AG goes, was that an effing bat? And I was like, yeah, yeah, all right. So we go up to the next floor. Two bats. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go back downstairs and grab a flashlight because I'm not messing with this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, there were a total of 6 bats in this building. Just
Damn.
flying around. I wasn't afraid of the bats, honestly. The only thing I was afraid of, I didn't want to get rabies and go get a rabies shot. That was it.
I would not want to get a rabies shot either. It's not high on my list of things to do.
No. Especially when
Um,
I'm like 8 hours away from my home.
yeah. We
Yeah, Mike.
we had a encounter with a bat at St. Albans. I think we're walking to the female ward, and the bat was flying around. I got a video of Dennis, who called him the Bat Whisperer, because there was a bat at the Exchange Hotel that they had made a nest in the summer kitchen. And
Great. We're gonna be
yeah,
there in October.
yeah. Well, this is a few years ago, but the bat had, I guess, had fallen out of the nest and was sleeping because it was during the day.
Yeah.
Heavy sleepers fall out. It was on the ground basically, and he picked it up and put it back in the nest. So we got a video of him call him the Bat Whisperer. We had one
Yeah.
time we were upstairs. We're walking up to the attic. In St. Albans, the suicide hallway, and then there was like a little stairway that goes up to like the attic area, and there's like a wooden door where they wouldn't open it for anything.
Mhm.
When we walk upstairs, it was I was with Dennis and I was behind him, and we opened the door to go in that room, and there was a dove that came in. It was in the room and flew out the door, like right when he opened the door. Scared the crap out of us because there was this bird coming at us. It wasn't like the ghost that scared us; it's the damn birds.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it always is. The nature.
Mm-hmm. Because you're not
What's
expecting
Todd?
it. So, Todd is asking, also, which is your bigger fear, bats or tetanus shot because of Bailey Seton Hospital investigation? That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, Bailey Seaton. When Danger asked me if I wanted to come, I was not anticipating. First off, this man. We go into this abandoned portion. So I didn't know this at the time. Bailey Seaton is still active. There's still an active portion. I thought this whole thing was just going to be like, every location you would go to for an investigation or whatnot. Nah, we got there. I'm glad I packed some good shoes because we were walking like 20 minutes from the second to top floor all the way down to the basement through tunnels to get to this other portion of the building that's not active. And man, I hit my head on some rusty metal probably about 16, 17 times that trip. I was
Ouch.
joking about getting tetanus, like a tetanus shot during the whole thing. I never got one because, I mean, at this point, screw it. Um, but danger. We're sitting here. He goes through this hole in the wall. Next thing I know, I see the cameraman go through the hole in the wall. Danger goes, Austin, you coming? And I was like, fucking guess I am now. And I get stuck in the hole in the wall. And all I see are two IR lights looking at me. And I was like, Tyler, are you filming me stuck in the hole in the wall? And I see it go.
Of course.
And I was like, oh my God, all these people that are watching this live stream are going to see me just sitting here, stuck, looking like a brick in this hole. So,
Well,
I mean,
just another brick in the wall.
yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
God. So how did you finally get out?
Oh, I just like full on, like full scented all the way to the ground at that point. I was like, I'm already dirty at this point. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll.
And
So
that's the fun thing about investigations, though. You never know what's going to happen. It made for a good story too.
yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
know.
it's a memory I'll always have. And the investigation was cool. Like we were in that abandoned portion, I think, for the entire 30-45 minutes that we were in the part of the hospital. And we saw like hospital records from the 80s.
Oh wow.
We saw there were like lockers and people still had their coats and stuff in it. Um, and I mean, they just have a bunch of like it's frozen in time because of how like many things are there. So it was really cool.
That's awesome. So you guys have got well, here's one. Awesome. What was your scariest investigation?
Mm. Probably the first time I went to the cabin. Not gonna lie.
That's
Um,
number one, huh?
oh yeah, I mean, cabin is literally number one on my list of places I've been to. The first time that I was there, I didn't really know about the cabin, like, and I'm glad we ended up going because now we've gone like 7 times. But like, I don't know, like, I never knew about the cabin, so I told Wheeler, I was like, you know, this is gonna be your first investigation. I kind of want you to go in at it, like, just dip your toes in the water. That went out the fucking book quick. We go in after like day two. Day one was all right. It wasn't too bad. Night one wasn't bad. I guess the spirits were just getting used to us. Day two, we're sitting here. We're in the rancher, and Wheeler walks in and walks towards the basement. I walk in and I go towards the bathroom because the bathroom of the cabin was occupied. And Wheeler goes, "There's no effing way." And I was like, "What?" And I come over to him, and the basement door, both doors are open. And I was like, "Didn't we close that?" And he was like, "Yeah, because I was the last one out and I made sure it was closed." Um, and yeah, I mean, 2 minutes later, see a whole like room went from 2 p.m. bright to like 9 o'clock at night dark. I looked over at Wheeler. Wheeler looked at me, and we locked eyes. And that's when you knew he knew what I knew. Both eyes started watering. And I was like, "You're not going to scare us. You're not going to have us leave." That's when we heard stomping coming up the stairs of the basement. And we ran.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you for that because you don't know what's coming up,
Nope.
and yeah. I mean, you were regrouping. That's what you guys were
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
You were just
yeah,
regrouping. You
yeah,
needed some fresh air.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean, we didn't get it on camera or anything, but I think that's what makes it like even better
yeah.
because we didn't do it for like the camera or anything like that. So,
I was downstairs. I had gone back into the basement after we'd done an investigation, and you use a fog machine and one of those green laser grid things downstairs, and it was the fog was still there, and the laser was still on, and everyone else is down was back in the house. I think I left a recorder or something in the basement, so I was just kind of down there getting my stuff and not recording or anything. But I heard a voice saying, like a female voice saying, "Hello," right by my ear when I was downstairs in the basement. And I know I'm investigator supposed to like, stop and record, but
Yeah,
no, I
no.
got the hell out. I didn't rub the steps because they're rickety. But let's say I power walked up the steps and got out of there because when you're in this in a location like that, especially at night, your nerves
Yeah.
are on high alert. So when something like that happens, like what happened to you guys with the steps, you're thinking safety first, not
Yeah.
I got to record this.
Oh, let's see what this is.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly get pulled down the steps.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen those paranormal activity movies. I know what happens here.
Oh yeah,
I'm not going to be
exactly.
part of that. I'm just glad that stuff happened out there.
Oh
I'm
man.
always I can't say surprised, but I never expect it. Because it's like you never know
I,
how they're gonna react.
every time I've been to the cabin, something else is like something different has happened. Like we did the our giveaway thing that we did a few
Mhm.
months ago. Man, my mom and uncle were out there, and they were the only ones that stayed the full night. And next thing I know, freaking loud truck coming past my
What was
house.
that?
That was a loud truck coming past my
Oh,
house.
okay. It sounded like an alien craft going by or some shit. And I was like, what the hell?
You see a bright light come out.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get
Austin's getting
abducted yet.
abducted.
Wait till after the show.
um,
Not yet. Leave them till he's familiar.
so we're sitting here, and my uncle has the headphones on. He's doing Estes. He's never done it before, and we were like trying to get him to sit in front of the steps, like of the basement, like in the basement, and he was like, "Nah, I don't know how I feel about that." I was like, "All right, look, I'll sit in front of the steps, and you sit beside me, and they can ask questions and stuff like that." Well, my mom ends up asking. She was like, asked all these questions and stuff, and then she goes, "Where are you right now?" And my uncle goes, "Right here." And she goes, "Right where?" And he's like, "Right here." And she's like, "Where? Where in the room? Give us a direction." And he goes, "Right effing here." And you know how like if nails like scrape on wood, how it
Mm-hmm.
sounds? I hear that to my left, which is where the stairs were. And I didn't even look. I didn't even touch my uncle. I ran so quick because I was like, I've heard the stories about what's under the staircase, and I don't want to see that. So, yeah, needless to say, my uncle got left. So,
You
yeah.
guys did some automatic writing at the
Yeah.
cabin in the brick house too, and it's still hanging up there
Oh,
in the cabin.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really cool thing. Like, we've never actually had it happen like that clear, but
Mm.
like, my mom and Mariah, they were doing it. We had all the lights off too, so we couldn't really like they couldn't see what they were doing. But after they like turned the lights on and whatnot, saw like it looked like a smiley face made out of circles, and then had hair like all over it and stuff. So
It really does look like that. It's it's really cool that you guys decided to do that.
yeah, I mean, I brought it. I was like, I've never really had anything happen with this. Um, I mean, we'll set it down and we'll leave it, go do something else, and see
Mm.
if anything moves it. But it was a really cool experience. So I have to try it out a little bit more.
I say, have you tried doing it again in other places to see if it?
Not since the cabin. Um, Now before the cabin, we've done it. We had done it in the Heyman house. We did it in Greystone Manor. I want to say we did it one other place, but I can't remember where. But we've never really had anything happen. Oh, Elk Hostel. But we've never really had much happen with it, not compared to what happened there. Like I said, that's the reason why the cabin's like my favorite place. Every time I go, something different that I want to happen ends up happening.
What we like variety at the cabin on 360. I don't want to give you the same thing every time. I give them a little talking to, like, guys, come on, let's do something different here. Austin
Gotta get
coming
those
back.
numbers up. And gotta keep bringing some stuff out.
Yeah, we gotta up the ante a little bit. And so that's the cool thing about the property is the fact that it's different. Like, it's different every time, but you can get something in the brick rancher or something in the cabin, or if the cabin's not active or the brick rancher, then you go to the woods and there's something
Yep,
going on out there.
exactly.
It
The
keeps you on
woods
your
is
toes.
the first and only time. Well, I can't say only time now, but the first time that we ever got Randy come through a piece of like a device, and it was as we were hearing like somebody begging for help. AG asks, who do we need to help you from? And as soon as he finishes his sentence, Kevin's like ghost tube app thing
Mhm.
says Randy, like clear as day. And it was that's literally like we have a top 10 moments of 2023 coming out, and that is number one. So
It's still on point, you
I
know.
mean it's literally like can't I wouldn't be able to do anything about that. Like
We did I got one of those. It was like the Ghost Spirit Talker app. It was like a Ovilus, and I was in the cabin, and most of the time I get just random stuff. Like, it's
yeah.
dark in here in the middle of the day. Okay, no, it's not. But I did get the word Clark in the cabin. My grandfather built the cabin. His name is Clark. My middle
Mhm.
name is Clark. My dad's name is Clark. So it's like, is that such a random name though? It's hard for me to say it's coincidence,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm not like, oh my god, this is total evidence that they're ghosts. But it's still interesting.
I mean, the same night that we got Randy through Kevin's ghost tube, I was using mine from digital dowsing, like the Ovilus app on your phone,
Mhm.
and Lynn came through.
Yeah, Randy Lynn. Yeah,
Yeah. And that
again,
that came
like,
through before Randy came through. And I was like, Lynn, I was like, why does that sound so familiar? And I was like, that's Randy's middle name. I was like,
mhm.
holy crap. So I mean it's a really special place. I will say that. Special to me. I hold it close to my heart.
Todd wants to know what's our favorite piece of equipment during an investigation.
I would say the Flux 2 device. That's mine. Like how it has yes or no and it's all motion based. It's no EMF, nothing like that. So and you can
Mine,
set the radius, how close.
right, I'll be honest. When you first said flux, I thought you're making it up, like some Back to the Future, like flux
Oh.
capacitor.
So a lot of people call it like the yes no pyramid.
Oh, okay, I like my proton pack, and my my EKG meter. I think. Shoot, I guess mine is my recorder. I use my the voice recorder on my phone, and
Yep.
that's where I get most of my stuff. I use the Necrophonic app, so I guess my phone would be, which a lot of people frown upon. You gotta do it, but I get a lot of good stuff, and stuff I get on the Necrophonic is really like pinpoint accurate to where I am during an investigation. Not like all the time, but there are times when I'll get something that is you know, very, very close to where I am. It's like
Yeah.
responses and stuff like that. So I would say my phone. And you think like the app, I think the Mechaphonics maybe $10. And it's like, well, it can't. How accurate can it be? Because you got these all this equipment that costs hundreds of dollars, and I'm paying $10 to this. How good can it be? But it's actually
Yeah.
really really good.
I mean, you'll never know if a piece of equipment works until you try it. You might spend four or five
Exactly.
hundred dollars on a piece of equipment and it doesn't work. So
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean, I'm open to any and all until you show me something that will tamper with it. And I mean, I'll always go to debunking something
mhm.
before like believing it. But once there's no way of debunking it, I mean, you can't you can't deny the truth. So
I think like the necrophonic is just a bunch of like sounds that they can manipulate into words. So if you get like a whole sentence, which is very rare, it's like, all right, well that might be something. Like we were in Cold Harbor. It was me and Angie, and we decided to pull off into one of the little parking lots that you can pull your car up into. And I asked like, what happened here? And a female voice comes through, clear as day, saying it's in the museum.
wow,
Yeah, and I guess
that's
he
really cool.
talking about the visitor center up in front. But I mean, a response, clear response to my question.
Yeah, exactly.
Has do you do overnight investigations? We do them at the cabin. Yeah, anybody can come out and investigate if they
Oh yeah.
want. We do book private investigations out there. We have public investigations too. I'm trying to get to have one at the end of the month, trying to get people to come to, but it's been
Yeah,
slow. I've been trying a hard time selling tickets
yeah,
to
we
the
would be
events.
there, but we're gonna be filming one of our last two investigations for our Halloween special.
Uh,
And then the week
I,
before, we're gonna be in New York for a day, and then we're gonna be in Vermont for a day, and then the week after, we're gonna be at the exchange. So
got us a full slate. Yeah, I'm going to be at I'll be at Pamplin the week before, and then I guess I don't know what's going to be going on, if it's going to be like a big event or what, but I'll plan on being in the cabin on the 20th, on the 30th
hey,
of September. Uh,
go get
I'm
your tickets.
excited for your Halloween event, but I'm not going to talk about that because I'm having you on the show in October to talk about
Yeah.
that. So this is what you call a teaser. So tune in October 17th. I think it's October 17th. Let's look at
Yeah,
it
I'm
right
pretty
now.
sure it's October 17th.
Also known as Ryan's birthday eve.
Hey.
There it is, October 17th. We're going to have Forgotten Explorations back on the show. So tune in to learn all about the Halloween investigation.
Yeah,
They've got
I'm super excited for it because it's like last year, we were just starting, we were doing all this other stuff, and this year's compared to last year's is like evidence wise next level. Um,
Mhm.
we did have some stuff happen at Madison Seminary um, that we might have to come back to a prior location that's ran by somebody I'm currently talking to
Oh,
because of some stuff.
ooh, a little
And
connection there,
yeah, yeah, I mean it was scary. I'm not gonna lie.
guys. It's just getting people excited. They're like, I just want Halloween to get here, not for the candy, not for me, just so you can see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean so right now I've booked 5 locations for season 3, and we actually start filming season 3 before we finish filming season 2.
Hmm.
So we're doing our first ever. Tickets are still on sale. Uh, for Wilson Castle, we're going to be teaming up with Sam Baltrusis and Monique Too Soon to do a public investigation. It is the first time that we are ever filming with the public, so that should be cool. Um,
That's gonna be fun.
yeah, we're doing some stuff with Danger Zone podcast. We're going to be doing some stuff with Paranormal Brew. Um, Ghost Seekers, we're actually going to be in Savannah, Georgia next October with them for a week or so. And then Get Haunted, we're going to be doing some stuff with Get Haunted, Rob, Sarah, Kevin, and Rachel, of course. It's your boy. Gotta have Kevin and Rachel with
Oh
us.
yeah, definitely.
So.
It wouldn't be the same without them.
Oh no, not at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're getting excited. That's awesome. And you got a lot of cool stuff coming up here.
Yeah,
Just more reason for you to come back on the show and talk about what you guys have going on.
yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I really
Come
am.
in and check in every once in a while. Let us
Oh
know
yeah, yeah,
what you've been
definitely.
up to. That's awesome. I agree. The Flux 2 has been go to recently for us, Ryan. As long as you can use it and corroboration, timing, and relevance, and you have to give credit to that. Yeah, exactly. If it's just says a bunch of random words, I'm like, oh well, that
Yeah,
if it says stuff that's relevant. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Todd. I couldn't have a brain fart. My CB's
the
kicking in right
CBT is kicking
now. My
in.
CBDT's kicking in. Uh, Again, it's the CBD's fault, not my own stupid
Oh
brain. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, it's relevant to the location. Um, and again, a lot of that stuff with the cabin or the brick rancher. We did a spirit box session, and we were in the brick ranch. I guess we were in the Randy's room, and the voice came through the spirit box, like an old timey voice said "my," but it was the N word that came
Mm,
through, clear as day
God
on
damn.
the spirit box, and if picking up radio signals is not going to be saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God damn.
yeah, some dark shit in
Yeah, I mean that
the rancher.
rancher literally is just a completely different. We had Kevin and Rachel the first time we had them go. Kevin walked out 30 seconds in of like walking in. I think he walked in and then he walked to like Melissa's room and the parents' room. And he didn't step foot in Randy's room and then he comes out, walks outside, and I went and checked on him. I was like, "You good?" He goes, "Some I've never experienced in that house right there." I was like, "Yeah, just buckle up, get ready, because it's about to get real." And that night's when we got Beelzebub come through.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember that. I think I was there with Howie.
Yeah.
Um, and I think I was in the ranch because I had opened it up for you guys.
Yep.
I think I remember him leaving, and I think they had some pretty interesting experiences in the house.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that house is. I don't know. And it keeps drawing you back like for more. That's the biggest thing. So
I think you hit the nail on the head where you said it's just different things that happen
yeah.
that you never know what is going to happen next.
And see, like one of the last times we were there, it's when we were with Clifton. Nothing was really happening inside the ranch, or we're at the cabin, and then like within a matter of 25 minutes, we heard what is it called? The voices that you can hear outside.
Um,
I can't think of the name of it,
Disembodied.
but
Or
Disembodied voices.
again, are you drinking CBD tea over there or
Mate,
something?
hey, I'm drinking Arizona green tea.
There you go.
Um,
They slipped some CBD in it.
yeah, but no, like that happened. Never experienced that before. Ariel, myself, and Rachel, we were in Melissa's room, and basically we heard a muffled girl screaming. Like it sounded like somebody's
Mhm.
mouth, like hand was over their mouth. That freaked. I've never cried at an investigation, but I cried during that portion. Like I actually cried, and it. I don't know, like you know how like people say that spirits can like make you feel their own emotions and how they
Yeah.
feel. That's just like how it like happened, like just right then and there.
Well, I mean, people get angry at the cabin. You know,
Yeah,
they feel that emotion. It makes sense. Real quick for the blog talk portion of the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be continuing the conversation in the after party on the StreamYard for a little bit longer. So I pass out from my CBD too over
the
here.
CBDT.
But thank you, Austin, for coming on the show. I appreciate you.
Yep, not a problem.
So yeah, but if they can make you feel emotions, and why not? I mean, Dennis caught an EVP. He was in Rachel's room. Sorry, Rachel, Melissa's room, and hope he wasn't in Rachel's room. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Don't mind me. I'm just looking for ghosts. But he was in Melissa's room, and he's asked, "Are you here with us, sweetheart?" or something like that. And he got an EVP of a female voice saying, "I'm with you."
Yeah.
So, and that got him. It got his emotions. He had to
Yeah.
leave the investigation. He said he went outside and wept because it just hit him.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially with something like that, something so traumatic to somebody so young and how much time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they build like strength. Spirits do build strength. Um, no matter how young they were when they passed or anything like that, the longer they're at a location, the more interactions they have with people, I feel like the stronger they get. The more they're willing to show, especially, with somebody like Dennis or with you, people that go there all the time, they're used to you.
Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good boy. So proper with
So,
his British accent.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said. You get a connection with her, and I hate to think of her just of her just being in the house, and hopefully she leaves and comes back, and maybe she comes back to visit when we were there,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but I got an EVP of her saying I was shot or I'm shot, and
God
and that hits hard.
damn. Yeah. I mean, last time we were, or no, not even last time we were there. Oh, no, yeah. Last time we were there, it was just me, AG, and Wheeler. And this was the first time that we were up, or I guess, yeah, we were awake during like the time frame that we were awake. And it was like around 6 p.m. to 7 or 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. We were like, we've never been awake this early. What if we try to go over to the rancher and like just run EVPs, run the spirit box, do stuff like that? Well, we're sitting here, we have the spirit box going, and you audibly hear two gunshots come through the spirit box.
Oh shit! And that was
And like
around the same time that it happened.
that's what I'm saying. And like we all stopped and I was like, did we just hear that? And they were like, you mean the gunshots? And I was like, yeah. And then honestly, like you our device, we had a device right outside her door that started going haywire right when the gunshots happened, and like just stuff was going crazy all inside the room and things like that. And I was like, I feel like this is residual. Like everything that's
Mhm.
currently happening is residual. And I was like, I don't really want to be here for this portion because it like
I'm just like you're intruding on something. Like you're witnessing something you're not supposed to witness, or like you're, you know.
yeah, I mean it really I don't know, it struck us like me, AG and Wheeler like all at the same time. And I mean by the time it was over, like I said, like 7 a.m.
Mhm.
ish, we all went back to the cabin to get my mom and my uncle up and we all left. And we didn't really say anything about it up until like maybe we're 20, 30 minutes away from the cabin. And then that's when we all started talking about it and things like that. So it it was really weird.
You know, we're coming up to the anniversary of her death in October, and I've
October.
thought about going over there in the morning just to on the day, just to see what I can get.
Yeah, I mean,
It just I don't know. It's we have gone over there at night, and we do stuff and for to honor her. Um, but lately I've had to work because I deliver pizzas at night, and since I do the show tonight, I'm probably working on Wednesday. So it'd
yeah.
be interesting to see if there's anything there. Mike Sean wants to know what made you get into paranormal investigations.
Saw a demon come out of my closet when I was 4 years old. Was terrified of it. Terrified of the field for like years. Like y'all are gonna clown on me, but I don't care.
Hey,
I had to
you know
sleep with the
what?
TV on.
Dude, I'm with you right there. I used to be scared to death of ghosts. Like my mom got me a book, Ghosts of Richmond. I wouldn't even sleep with it in my room because I thought the ghosts were going to come out of the book and get me.
Yeah, I 100% understand that. Like I was so scared. I would sleep with the TV on
Mm-hmm.
all night. Wouldn't care.
I had the hall light on. I would not, and you know, every noise I heard was it's gonna come get me. Didn't know what they're gonna
Yeah.
do once they got me. Um, but it's weird how you grow up and you have this fear of something, and then now you just look for it,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's in. If I had told like 6-year-old me what I'm doing now, he would have been like, "There's no way."
Yeah. Not a chance.
He would
Like
have been
even
like,
my
"You're shitting me," and he didn't. We didn't know what that word meant back then, but he would
my
have said it.
yeah my family like jokes on me. They're like, Austin, you were the biggest chicken shit that I ever knew. Like when you were growing up, and I'm like, yeah. Now I'm chilling in a haunted location as long as there's
Yeah.
no bats.
Well, yeah, yeah. You have to get over your bat phobia. And my
I've
family's the same way, and I got to give a lot of credit to my dad, who I'll show him this stuff, and he listens to it, and but he grew up a certain way, so I
mhm,
don't think he wants that what I'm showing him to mess up his view of life.
yeah,
So it's like you do your thing, but for him to let us go out to the cabin and investigate and do the stuff that he could pull the plug on anytime he wanted to, because
yeah.
he's still trying to sell the place, but he's letting us do that, and it's really cool of him to let us experience that, because there's so much good stuff that's happened because of the cabin.
Oh yeah,
Meeting such awesome people, having people like you come out. I think I've got Sean Austin coming out there on Friday night to do a little investigation.
awesome.
Yeah, it's just so cool. I get to meet a lot of cool people, and
Yeah, I mean, And see, that's the biggest thing about this field. Like, I hate to say it, like there is drama in the field. Don't get me wrong, but it's all about meeting everybody. Like, it's all about meeting the good people, meeting everybody that's like ghost seekers. Like,
Yeah,
I'm super pumped to be doing stuff with them because I mean they're genuine people. They have the same mindset as we do. We both do YouTube, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. Um, but yeah, I mean,
it is. It is like it is very. You said, like you said, there is drama, but that can't be. It's drama in everything. There's probably drama in like
yeah, I
fucking
mean,
accordion, groups. It's just
acapella groups and everything.
exactly that acapella drama. You don't want to get messed with
That
that shit.
acapella drama is different.
That is that's a whole different level of drama.
They chop you
But
in the throat. Your career is done.
yeah, yeah. Um, but if you look at the good of it, and the camaraderie and stuff, and just having a good time, even if you go on an investigation and nothing happens,
Yeah,
you still have the experience of it. Even like nothing happens, that's still an experience. You talk about, oh, I went to this place and nothing happened, but the fact that you were with somebody and you were surviving the fact that nothing happened and it was really boring, but you were together and so you had something to talk about. It's really neat experience, even if nothing happens.
yeah, like that was one of the coolest things. Like we did that, or I did the paranormal reality TV. They had people come out to Bailey Seaton. I was able to be a part of that, and it was really cool because it showed people not all this stuff that you see on TV happens within minutes of each other. Like you can go hours without a single thing happening, and then you'll get like one EVP, and that one EVP makes everything worth it. So
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I still get excited if you get like an EVP of like a person saying, hey, or, something like that. You get that, you just, it's a rush.
yeah,
And it's, uh, it's still exciting to get something like that.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
It's awesome. Well, man, my CBD is kicking in.
CBD kicking in.
Mhm. You know, I still gotta take my two muscle relaxers, my Ambien, and my melatonin to fall asleep.
Oh, you're
Otherwise, I'm
gonna
not
be
super
out.
wired.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
be out,
that's my
out.
plan. That is my plan. Um, thank you again for gentlemen, just talking, shooting the shit. We talked about ghosts and shit.
Yeah,
We definitely did.
ghost and shit.
We did talk about ghosts and shit.
We talked about
So
what Everclear, COVID,
yeah,
ghosts,
got hot gummy bears.
flaming hot gummy bears.
Yeah, I mean we
It was a fun
basically
show.
covered the gamut of
Oh yeah.
topics tonight. So what do you guys have coming up?
Honestly, within the next 2 weeks, we have a video coming out Friday. House on the Marsh. It's kind of a shorter video because it's Wheeler's old house that he lived in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was right after the cabin that he noticed stuff happening in that house. So who knows?
That's
Um,
awesome.
so we have that coming out Friday. Uh, we have our public investigation September 23rd, Wilson Castle with Sam Boltrusis and Monique Too Soon. And then we are just filming for the remainder of the year for season 3.
Very cool.
So,
Very cool. Very cool.
yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to having you guys back on October 17th
Yes,
to
sir.
hear all about your Halloween investigations and any other investigations you guys want to talk about.
All right. I will say, Get Haunted and Flumery. They're doing their first ever collab September 23rd at Mid O. I think it's Mid O Penitentiary.
Nice.
It's in New York. Um, And yeah, tickets are still on sale for that if I'm not mistaken. I have no idea.
That's awesome. So,
Not gonna lie to you.
hey, people can do some legwork and look it up.
Hey, I mean, just so many things are just happening.
It's tough to keep track, man. It is tough to
It
keep
really
track.
is.
That's why I write shit down. So,
I need to.
I've got my little notebook here. Next Sunday, we've got Hill City Paranormal coming on the show. They actually did a show with FPRI tonight. They do their show at 9:00 on Tuesday nights too. So if you don't want to listen to Freaking Awesome Paranormal show, go listen to Hill City Paranormal. They're good. We have them coming on, and then on the week from today, we've got Sin Schrader Hill coming on. So we've got some pretty cool guests coming up, and hopefully we'll be able to reschedule Ghost Seekers.
Yeah, I will talk to Alex and see what a good date is, and I'll get back with you and everything. I'll play messenger owl between.
Perfect, man. I send them as family because they can always talk to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let him know.
I'm more of a nibbler than a biter, so just tell them that. Rachel says tickets on sale for sure, but they are going fast. They're selling like hotcakes.
Hey,
as they say. Guys, you guys want to have fun investigation, go up to New York, hang out with Flamery, or hang out with me at Pamplin Park on September 23rd. Either way, you're going to have a good time. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Austin, thank you for joining me for talking ghosts and shit.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
And I'll have to see you back in October. And once we get the Ghost Seekers figured out, we'll have you back on to chat with them. And then we'll maybe we'll make it like every once in a while we'll do talking ghosts and shit.
Hey, I'm 100% down.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. You take care. Have a good night.
Right,
we'll talk soon.
Have a great night.
Peace.